We all know there's been many Batman movies and TV series, and Michael Keaton is the best Batman. Arguments below. But is this the best Batman game? Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. Let's have a little look. Back in 1992 we saw the sequel to Tim Burton's Batman, and console owners would eagerly await a sequel. After big success with the first Batman game, this would surely be better than the first. Fortunately for Nintendo owners, Batman Returns was a great game, but anyone with a Mega Drive would be sorely disappointed. Konami took on this challenge and it paid off. Even before you begin the game, you get an introduction with movie stills that still look impressive today. There are 7 stages to get through, and you start the game in the streets where you're surrounded by the Red Triangle Circus Gang, and straight away you'll recognise the characters from the film. Character sprites are huge in comparison to its predecessors, and very similar in size to Final Fight characters. But what are Batman's fight moves like? There's a few variations in attack. You of course have a standard Fury attack of punches followed by a roundhouse kick, a jump kick, and also while in the air pressing down an attack, Batman will open his cape for a downward attack. Grapple moves are also here, as well as the throw move. As well as all these moves, you can use your utilities, which are typically the Batarang and the grappling hook, which can be used to swing kick enemies. These are only useful for stunning enemies and not much else. But on top of all that, you can also grab 2 enemies at the same time and bang their heads together, a very cool move that I use quite a lot. And if you really dislike them, you can throw them into some parts of the scenery to break something like a window or a bench. There's also a block move using the L or R buttons, but in all honesty I don't have the reflexes to use this to my advantage. And when you're in a tight spot, you can use your test tubes to knock down all enemies on screen. Batman seems to be a great character in this game. He's easy to control, although a bit slow at sometimes, more when you're in a boss battle and you need to move fast. But what about the levels? In Scene 1, any memories of the movie you'll have will come flooding back. Everything is just like the film, with a dark cold background and the circus gang members. Red devils will breathe fire at you and thin clowns are everywhere in between. The clowns on stilts here are making it hard for you to pass, but a few batarangs to the face will sort them out. The first boss is the guy you remember with the stun gun who grabbed Selina Kyle, and the beauty of this is you can do exactly the same as the film when you fire your grappling hook behind him and pull out a section of the wall. He won't take much finishing off and you'll be presented with a cutscene from the film. You continue in the streets of Gotham where there's more clowns waiting. There's more bike riders and juggling clowns here. The sword-swallowing clown is quite entertaining, however the fat clowns and the one with heavy firepower aren't. These can quickly catch you out while you're busy dealing with another clown. After you've beat the strong man, you'll be heading up the side of a building where you'll take on Catwoman. She's very fast and can take some time to get a lot of hits in. Once she jumps off and gets saved by Kitty Litter, you continue inside the building where you fight a load more clowns. Once you've cleared them, you must take on Catwoman again. If you're not good with the controls and blocking, you're going to lose a few lives by this point. But to make it even harder, once you've beat her, you must take on the Penguin, which again is pretty tricky for beginners. Unfortunately, you can't save the Ice Princess, as her falling off was a part of the movie plot. A great alternate feature here is the Batmobile driving stage. There's not as much going on here as the Mega CD version. There's a bit of parallax scrolling in the background and plenty of action leading up to a boss battle. Your final destination is the Penguin's lair. Clowns are flowing in the masses before you get near the Penguin, and just like the film, he will appear in his duck vehicle. This is the toughest challenge yet, but you're Batman, so it's not a problem. What's great about this game is you follow the story exactly the same as the film. The scenery throughout looks perfect with so much detail. The character design and detail are brilliant. Granted, they are the same throughout the game, but what other characters can they throw in from the film? The bosses are very tough but still a challenge and you don't want to give up on. The music is great but sadly suffers from the SNES reverb. The sound effects have such impact, making it feel like you're really doing some damage. Unfortunately, when you defeat a boss it sounds like they're throwing up the dinner. And the quality of movie cutscenes still look amazing today, and I remember this when it came out. I couldn't believe the quality of this game. It's shit all over the Mega Drive version, which was just a purple mess. Konami did a great job with this game and it puts other versions to shame. If this one has passed you by or you don't even know who Batman is...
Someone here called Batman?
Yes, I'm Batman.
Telegram.
I highly recommend you play this one. It's not the easiest game for beginners, but it's one to go back to time again.